Aloha GDM family and race fans, welcome to Griffin Soul DIECAST Motorsports and the Aloha Invitational Pro-Am Season 2. We are kicking off round 2 with 20 teams, each hoping to race into another victory that will carry them into the next round. Round 1, these teams racked up 2K Aloha Panapanas, several nail-biter close wins, some dominated battles, and a few upsets. I think it's safe to say you need to zip up your Kevlar fire suits and buckle up for some more high-octane action. It's a racing battle royal of some of the world's top drivers, and that battle takes place on the most unforgiving mountain raceway, Obsidian Mountain. A battlefield that fights back from Crater Corner, down the pipeline through Calamity Corners, and around the Temple Turn. Watch out for that leaky vortex of the Ravenous Ravine and the Cavern Turn. Any one of these can end your race faster than a trend changes on social media. And then there's the insatiable unsafety fence. For some drivers, it's become their final destination, and some have come to say it has magnetic properties that attract cars to their demise. Others claim it's become sentient and purposely hunts the cars. One driver likened it to a defensive linebacker sacking quarterbacks as the mountain spirits cheer, "Defense, defense." Get it? Defense? It's a matter of surviving to win the victory. 4 teams go down the OMR. 2 teams will race into the next round. Grab your Tommy's Tacos and Kelp Burger munchies and beverages. Let's get the info on our first group matchup and drop the green flag on round 2 of the Aloha Invitational Pro-Am. Kicking off our round 2, it's unseated Kitterman Speed Shop, led by pro driver Mick Kay and his Mazda RX-3 weighing 63.7 grams. His teammate is Sierra in a Mazda RX-7 FC35 weighing 35.7 grams. They're facing off against the number 6 seed Cut Rocker Diecast Racing, led by pro driver Coffee Tart in her MBX Mazda RX-7 weighing 65.0 grams. Her teammate, Crazy Ruby, is also driving a MBX Mazda RX-7, this one weighing 45.3 grams. Mick and Sierra of Kitterman Speed Shop made their debut look like they raced the OMR 100 times before as they dominated their opponent in round 1. It wasn't so easy for the number 6 seed Cut Rocker Diecast Racing in their round 1 matchup. It took a final lap 1-2 finish by Coffee and Ruby to force a Aloha Panapana, but now these 2 teams face each other. One will advance to round 3, the other will have to watch the tournament from the bleachers. With everything primed and prepped, it's time to drop the green flag and see which one of these teams survives to the next round. Alright, here we go. We got Coffee Tart leading them down on the inside, followed by Crazy Ruby. Mick is on the front outside. It's Coffee taking a lead around Crater Turn, followed by Ruby into the Calamity Corners. Oh, and Coffee gets off the track. Oh no, I think the Vortex just ate her. And it looks like Crazy Ruby's the only one that's going to cross the line on this one. See what happened. We got Mick up on the Temple Turn backwards. Sierra's upside down. And yep, we got Coffee in the Magma Murphy bed. Magma. There. And there she goes. She catches that outside skirt. Once you hit that obsidian off the track, it's bye-bye. Delicious. That's lap 1. We got a triple deluxe. Triple decker deluxe. There we go. We'll call it a triple decker deluxe. Now we'll stick with the triple donuts. Alright. Whoa, man. It looked like Sierra got crashed out up at the top there. Here comes Coffee pushing on Mick as he's going backwards. Oh, and the fence just caught Coffee. Wow. Oh, and we got Sierra coming in for a second place finish. I thought for sure she was done up at the top of the pipeline. All right, let's rewind and see what happened here, because all kinds of stuff was going on. There's Crazy Ruby upside down over by the Flash and the Enduro Challenge billboard. And right there, Sarah gets off course, gets scooped up by Coffee, gets a scoop of coffee, how about that? And makes a recovery after all that, but then Coffee comes down, gets slapped by the fence, smacks into my Superbird. Crazy Ruby gets off track right there, sitting okay, until, boom, Sarah comes through and gives her a backward slap, lava caking her over in the 180 of Calamity Corners. It's double donuts for the Cut Rocker crew. Mix up front, he's got Sarah by his side. Coffee Tart behind Mick. Crazy Ruby on the outside. Mick leading the charge through Calamity Corners, followed by Coffee. Oh, Mick gets off course, gets flipped by Coffee. Oh, we got somebody else just went off into the ravine as well. And I don't see anybody else, so let's see what happened. Coffee Tart's going to take the solo finish. Oh, yeah, all three of them down in the ravine. The ravine be a feasting today, boy. That ravenous ravine. Once you get caught in that vortex, it's all over. And Mick was in trouble right there. And then hits that obsidian sideline and man, that is so good. Well, that's what the ravine's saying anyways. And it's another triple decker deluxe. That's a mouthful, even when you're trying to eat it. And it's Coffee leading them down the pipeline, being chased by Mick. Ruby's in third. They all, well, no, I was about to say they all made it over the Dragon Spine. Whoa, what happened to Coffee? Oh, and Mick comes in and says, I don't know, but I'm taking advantage of it, and I'll slap her in the butt besides. Well, there's Crazy Ruby, and we got Sarah over in the Temple Turn. Well, Mick gets in trouble right there, and that forces Ruby off the road. And I didn't see what happened to Sarah to stall her out, but Crazy Ruby comes out of the cavern turn on her side, slides almost to the finish line, and bam, here comes Mick, spanking the booty. That's what we're going to call it. That was spanking the booty. And it's a triple. Oh my goodness, the mountain be hungry. All right, let's see if we can get these cars down this time. Lap 5, there's the green, there goes Coffee. Mick side by side as they go into Calamity Corners. Coffee takes over the lead, flips over on the exit. It's a pile up behind her. Mick gets past her, hits the wall a little bit, but he makes it across the finish line. But nobody else will be a coming. There's Crazy Ruby, and there's Sarah. And there's Coffee. Spill a little coffee on Leaky Road. And yeah, that's going to slow you down. Which is quite weird because coffee with caffeine is supposed to speed you up, right? Mix in front. Final lap. Who's going to take it to the next round? Ruby being pushed by Coffee takes a lead out front through Calamity Corners. Oh, a little slide there by Mick, but everybody's down and good so far. It's Crazy Ruby, Mick, Coffee, and then Sarah for a 4-car finish. And I have to say, it's about time, y'all. That was a lot of donuts. And the truth be revealed. Boom. And it is Kitterman Speed Shop by 4 points, moving on to the next round. Unseeded Kitterman Speed Shop upsetting the number 6 seed. Congratulations on that win. In Group 2, we have the number 33 seed, world-famous DIECAST, led by pro driver, world-famous Bubba, in his Lamborghini Veneno, weighing 61.3 grams. His teammate Brantley is driving a Lamborghini Huracan Coupe, weighing 34.4 grams. And they are up against the number 1 seed Chase Family Racing Team 1, led by pro driver Encount in his Ford GT race, weighing 62.9 grams. Encount's teammate Mad Jax is driving a 67 Ford Mustang GT, weighing 41.7 grams. In a tooth and claw battle, world-famous DIECAST pulled out an upset over the 18th seed, propelling them into round 2, and in a dominating victory, the number 1 seed Chase Family Racing punctuated their win with Encount racing to a perfect score. The drivers know how they got here. Now it's time to find out if they got another grand performance that will advance them into the next round. Let's drop the green flag and watch the answer unfold. Boom shakalaka, we got Encount up front, leading them down for lap 1. Bubba on the outside into Veneno, and it's the Fords taking a big lead into Calamity Corners. Oh, and what a nice pass there by Mad Jax. Encount ends up hitting the fence and spinning out. And the world-famous DIECAST boys come sliding right by for a second and third finish. He just grazed the fence. That was like a slap on the hand from Mama. And there goes Bubba and Brantley getting those points. All right, let's get into it. Lap 2. Not round 2. It is round 2, but it's lap 2. And it's Mad Jax leading them down into Calamity Corners. Gets a little high, flips over and gets scooped by Encount. He's down in the ravine. Oh, Encount hits the fence. Or did the fence hit him, some people might say. And Bubba gets his nose across the laser for a first place finish after all that. And we're going to have a Mad Jax lava caked in the ravine. I tell you, that ravine's been a feast, and he got in trouble right there, flips it over. Barrel rolls out of the exit of Calamity Corners, almost ends up on the other side of the Dragon Spine, which would have been better off for him, actually. But nope. The ravine says, feed me, I'm hungry. And then look at the hit. Wow, look at the air that Encount gets off of the fence, slapping him. Be no perfect score for the number 1 driver today. Then gets scooped by Bubba as they make their way around, through and around, I should say. And we got a triple donut served up for lap 2. All right, Bubba's taking the lead on the inside, and he's got Encount on the outside. And Encount takes the lead down the pipeline from the outside, followed by Mad Jax. Just left both the Lamborghinis behind like they were still parked. And we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 cars finished. And it's going to be Encount, Mad Jax, Bubba, and Brantley in that order. Back at the top for lap 4, we got Encount on the outside, Mad Jax on the outside. World famous DIECAST needs to find a way around him, but that ain't gonna do it as Brantley just tipped over in the crater corner. And we got Encount across the line. Mad Jax comes in backwards, and then Bubba for a 3rd place finish. And I don't know where the cameraman's going because I already know where Brantley is. I saws it. I did. Get up there, cameraman. There he is. Lava caked in the crater. Not a good place to be. Not a good place to be. All right. It's still end count in Mad Jax up front. Bubba and Brantley in chase. Oh no! Brantley just lost it again in Crater Corner. Mad Jax lost it on the Dragon Spine. Oh my goodness gracious, what's going on here? I did not see what happened there. Oh, it was Mad Jax coming through the cavern turn. Oh, we got another feast for the ravine. That's going to be Bubba down on the Magma Murphy bed. Whoa, that came through fast. And then Mad Jax gets all kinds of messed up going backwards right there. That ravine is just a chowing down on the cars today. Mad Jax came in backwards. That is not the way to do the cavern turn. Got high up on that wall and pancaked it. All right, this is it. Final lap. Doesn't look good for world famous diecast, but if they can get past that GT, oh, Brantley's down again. And end count is just flying. I got that GT on a wire after those first couple slaps. Oh, and there's a slap. There's a slap from Mad Jax from Bubba trying to get in those last points as Brantley is lava caked over there in front of the Demon Force. Chase made it through, but nope. Mad Jax smacked by the fence, landed back on his wheels, and then in comes Bubba, gives him a smack. And end count backs up, gives him a little kiss, says, it's okay. It's okay. And yep, it is okay because it's going to be Chase Family Racing Team 1 moving through to the next round. Congratulations. End count making a real comeback after he got slapped by the fence straight off the bat the first 2 laps. Welcome back to the booth, and I do hope you enjoyed the racing from these 2 groups today. What the teams didn't bring, the mountain made up for in spades. Group 1 was served a box of donuts and only the coffee was tart. In lap 2, Sierra took a hit of coffee at the top of the pipeline and made an amazing recovery reminiscent of Little C's just a few races ago back in round 1. While Coffee zoomed away, Karma caught up with her on the final straight as she took a knockout punch from the fence. Following that lap, the ravine feasted on a triple-decker deluxe of cars. Once caught in that leaky vortex, you can't help but being pulled down. The chaos and carnage progressed as neither team seemed to have favor of the mountain spirits today. And despite the close battle between unseeded Kitterman Speed Shop and the 6-seeded Cut Rocker Diecast Racing, there was no Aloha Pana for the Cut Rocker ladies today, as Mick and Sierra affirmed their advancement into round 3 with an upset victory over the number 6 seed. And the mountain did thirst and feasted heartily today as Group 2 was served plenty of donuts of their own. Although Chase Family Racing Team 1 scored the first place finish in lap 1, world famous Diecast took the points lead for the first 2 laps, while the mountain was busy denying end count another perfect race, using the fence to knock him for a few loops twice in a row. But then end count did what end count does and dominated the last 4 laps with first place finishes, assuring his team victory over world famous Diecast. Bubba and Brantley fought a good fight, but couldn't escape the wake created by end count's Ford GT. So now that brings us to the time where we have to say aloha to Cut Rocker Diecast Racing and world famous Diecast. Hard-fought battles and valiant efforts got you this far, but to the end of the race you have come. It's always a pleasure and an honor having you with us here at the OMR, and I do hope to have you all back for future events. On the other side of the obsidian, congratulations go out to our winners, Kidderman Speed Shop and Chase Family Racing Team 1 on their victories today. They are the first teams to move into the next round, and that's outstanding. It has to be especially sweet for Kidderman Speed Shop being the only unseeded team to make it into round 2 and now moving on to round 3. We know where the party is tonight. Yes, sir. The next broadcast of the Aloha Invitational Pro-Am will have groups 3 and 4 facing off on the Obsidian Mountain Raceway. Tune in to find out who's racing and which teams will advance into that next round. And now with the sun setting over the OMR, I thank you all for tuning in to Griffin's Old DIECAST Motorsports. I really hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Give that thumbs up a click if you did. If you watched it, leave a comment. Share the GDM channel with everyone, and I very much appreciate all the support that you give this channel. Mahalo. Aloha until the next race. Have a good day, a good night. May the spirit of aloha fill your days, share a smile with someone, and always keep your roof to the sun. Mahalo.